or is this something you haven't really thought that far ahead to yet?
I mean, before the whole 40-man thing is, as far as the off season and that stuff goes, I'm always trying to, compete and be ready for the shortstop job in the big league or just anywhere, any position, because I can play anywhere. But I like to train and just, think that as soon as I go to camp, I'm going to be ready to earn myself a job.
Andy Casca?
Hey, Joey, when you arrived in Norfolk, I think you played all of one game with Gunnar Henderson before he went up. Seeing kind of what he was able to do in the pros, is that, I don't know, add a little motivation that like, hey, I can prove myself, I proved myself in the minors, I can prove myself in the bigs too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see guys that, that I played with, Gunnar, Adley, Kyle, Taryn, you see those guys go up there and play well and compete at a high level. And it definitely gives me some positivity to know that, when I get my chance and my opportunity, that I'll be able to do the same thing.
Rich Dubroff?
Hey, Joey, you played more second base this year than you have in the past. What was that like? Do you feel comfortable there?
Yeah, I feel very comfortable. I think I can play any position on the infield as far as short, third, and second go. But yeah, playing second base was comfortable. I thought it was easy, and like I said, I want to make sure that people know that I can play any position, and I'm not just limited to one spot.
Andy?
It was obviously a way smaller sample size in AAA, but the numbers really like explode those 26 games. What did you feel there that maybe worked so well that you didn't, you jump in level, but you performed at a really high level too?
I would say confidence, starting the season off pretty slow. The confidence kind of takes a toll, and then you start to get going, and then balls start to fall in AA, and then you move up to AAA. And I always like to think that, the level changes, but the game doesn't change. It's still the same game, still baseball. So I just go out there and, play the same way. And that's what it was.
When you look at confidence, I guess, at the end of last season, bringing that to the off season, is there something this off season that you specifically circle in your game that you think like, yeah, I want to work on this, or I want to tweak this, or is there something like that you're doing this off season?
I wouldn't say tweak anything. I would say just kind of sharpen the tools that I have. But as far as the off season goes, you're always working on, everything to get better as far as defense, strength, hitting, speed. I'm working on all of it to get better and to improve. So when I do get the opportunity, everything will be able to come into play, and I just won't be, a glove for shortstop or just limited to one thing. I want to be able to do everything and, be the best player that I can.
Rich, go ahead.
Hey, Joey, the Orioles have a lot of, as you know, a lot of young infielders in the farm system, a lot of promising infielders. What do you think is special about you? What sets you apart from maybe some of these other guys?
I like to take pride that my defense is, I would say, above average. Especially at a position like shortstop, you want to be able to make every single play that comes to you. So I take pride in my defense, and my hitting is coming around too. So I take pride in now being a all-around shortstop instead of just glove only. But I would say defense is my thing that kind of sets me apart.
Dan Conley?
Joe, you mentioned it twice. Is that glove only tag? Does that bother you a little bit? And have you used that kind of as motivation, especially in AAA this year?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I get it coming from the college that I went to, is, more hitter friendly park, and I get that tag, but I definitely wanted people to know coming into this year that I'm not only glove only. Like I want people to know that I can hit, and I can hit at a high level, and it was nice for it to come together this season, and I'm still working to improve my hitting every day, and I'm proud of where it's at right now.
Andy, go ahead.
Joey, when did you first hear someone kind of describe you as glove only, and how'd that feel, I guess, when you first started, and how's it adjusted over the years?
I think when I got drafted was the first time that I heard, kind of glove only shortstop or glove first. And, it's always something to fuel the fire, kind of a chip on the shoulder type thing. And then, ever since I got drafted, I wanted to make it a point that I could hit with the pros. And I think I've done that. And like I said, there's always room to improve. So, that's what I'm working on.
Any other questions here for Joey? All right. Well, Joey, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. Everyone, hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see everybody here shortly.
Hey, Joey, can I jump in one final question? I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I wondered where'd you feel like your power numbers this year? I mean, what did you change anything at the plate that kind of like exploded your power numbers a little bit?
I always felt actually that I was strong enough to have the type of power numbers that came about this year. I'd say it was more of like a mechanical adjustment as far as being able to get into the right position for that power to come out. And I think that definitely helped when I figured that out this season. But I've always felt that I've had, the strength to be able to hit the home runs or hit the doubles and, have the slugging percentage. But it was just a little mechanical tweak that we had this year that kind of just really brought that out for me.
Thanks, man.